Hello, and welcome to the Sean Z Poo Show. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I want to actually make and go through like a build guide here for this class I'm playing. So this is the dual pistol condition mechanist is what we're playing, right? And I just want to share this build with everybody real quick. So let's get into it. So over here in the build, what we have is we start off with explosives. The first one you're going to take is glass cannon. Strike damage dealt increases when above health threshold. The health threshold is 75% health, and the damage increase is 10%. The next one you're going to take is aim assisted rocket. Critical hits launch a missile at your target. After enough missiles have been fired, an orbital strike is called instead. The range threshold is 150. And the missiles until orbital strike is 4. Aim assisted rocket, the range on that is 1500, and it counts as an explosion. And the last one you want to take in this tree is Big Boomer. Deal increased strike damage to foes with a lower health percentage than you. Hitting with an explosion heals you over a few seconds. So every time you hit one of these boys, you're gonna heal a little bit and stuff like that. So this tree, if you want to, you can swap this tree out for something else. This is what I choose to use. This is what I enjoy using personally. But that being said, this one I want to say is probably pretty minimal in its impact on the build overall. It gives you extra damage, but it's not like it's giving you a ton of extra damage. We don't have a high crit chance. We don't really do as much strike damage. This is a condition build. So this is nice to have, but not necessary. If there's a different tree you want to use, feel free to mess around with this tree and have some fun with it. Now where things start to get a little bit more serious is we move into the firearms build. Pick them off one at a time. So this one, critical hits have a chance to cause bleeding, and this is a Condi build, so that's good. You're going to do chemical rounds, gain condition damage. Your pistol skills gain increased condition duration. So this is a condition build, and we're using dual pistols. So any condition damage we do is going to have a 120 condition damage increase, and the duration is going to be increased by 33%. So this is just all around like one of the best talents that we can actually take in this tree. Then we're going to take thermal vision, gain expertise, increase your outgoing condition damage when you inflict burning. So expertise makes your conditions last longer, which is good. And your 4 right here, blowtorch, inflicts burn. So essentially what that means is you want to start off your rotation with a 4 with a blowtorch, put that damage on them, and then unleash the rest of your abilities, because that's just going to make all of your condition damage last a little bit longer and do 5% more damage, which is decent, you know. This one's serrated steel. It's one you just have by default. Bleeding you inflict gains increased duration. Your auto attack is a bleed attack, so that's just really nice. And then down here we have burning you inflict lasts longer, and your critical hits inflict burn. So anytime you crit, you're going to be adding burning, and all your burning damage that you do has a 10% increased duration. So you're getting a lot of increased duration from this tree, and a lot of increased damage. Then the last one we have is Mechanist, and we're going to take Mech Arms, Single-Edged Cutters. Unlock the Mech Command skill Rolling Smash. Your Mech's attacks apply bleeding. This effect may only affect a given target once per interval. Okay, so that's just more bleed damage, and so that's nice. We like bleed damage. Here we have unlocks the Mech Command skill Discharge Array. Your Mech gains a greater percentage of your own condition damage and expertise stats. So condition damage inherited by your Mech and expertise inherited by your Mech is 80%. What is happening here? This is not what we're supposed to be listening to. Okay, sorry about that. We just had a little glitch right there. So this is super useful. This goes really good. This makes your mechs F1 and F3 hit a lot harder and become like super significant and stuff like that. And then the last one we're going to take is Mech Core J Drive. Gain access to the Mech Command skill Sky Circus. While dismissed or away for repairs, your mech supports you with an occasional aerial bombardment. Signet skills gain improved passive effects and continue to grant their passive bonuses while recharging. the Signet effective increase is 20%. And when you use this, your mech jumps into the air and then shoots like a bolt at everybody around him that inflicts burning damage. So you activate it, your mech jumps into the air and fires a missile at each nearby foe before crashing down and dealing additional damage to anything caught up with them. And remember, you got increased condition damage on your mech, so that's just getting better than it was before. It's just all around a good skill. And in my opinion, all of these work really well together. Now, for the actual utility skills, as you can see here, I go straight up signets because this increases the effectiveness of your signets by 20%. So the heal, rectifier signet, heal yourself and your mech every second. Heal yourself and your mech on the active. The heal is 170 every second, which is pretty nice. It's nothing major, but it's pretty nice. And you activate it for a 5130 heal. But remember, because of this down here, you're still getting that passive healing. So it never hurts to activate this. Just if you need to heal, pop this skill and do a heal. This one is barrier signet. Incoming strike and condition damage is reduced. So the damage you take is reduced by 12% for both incoming strike damage and condition damage. This, if you're going to replace any skills in here, I'd say this is the one that you can replace, but personally, I really find that minus 12% to be super helpful. It makes this build relatively, I don't want to say tanky, but it makes it survivable. It makes it so you can go in and you can fight one or two people pretty comfortably and like still get away with the win in combat. So I recommend it. If you don't like it, feel free to swap it for whatever you would prefer, but this is my preference. Over here, we have Shift Signet. Increases movement speed, boons you gain are copied to your mech. And you activate it, you and your mech shadow step to your target location and remove conditions on you and your mech. So this one is amazing. This is probably like the most broken aspect in this build. It's a 38-second cooldown, it breaks stun, it has a 1200 range, it removes conditions, and it increases your movement speed by 30%. Like, this is just so overloaded that you have to take it. Like, not taking it is just silly. So I highly recommend it. Can't recommend it enough. The next one we have is Superconducting Signet. This plays really nicely into our build. Increases condition damage dealt. Awesome. Amazing. That's what we want. And then Signet Active creates a damaging field around you that applies conditions to nearby foes. If your mech is active, the field instead radiates from and follows the mech. And so this gives you plus 12% condition damage, which is pretty significant if you ask me. And when you activate it, it puts on 6 stacks of vulnerability, 6 stacks of confusion, and 6 stacks. So it's good. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a little bit tricky to land sometimes, since it is focused around your mech and you don't really have direct control over your mech, but it's still really good just because of the condition damage increase. So take it is my recommendation. And then for the ultimate, we use Overclock Signet. Reduces the recharge of other signets, so they all recharge 24% faster apparently, which is huge. And then the active is order your mech to fire its ultimate weapon, the Jade Buster Cannon. If your mech is not present, instead your mech is summoned even if crash down is on cooldown. So this does a lot of damage. It just does a bunch of damage, so it's really nice. Or if your mech has been destroyed for whatever reason, you don't get to shoot the laser off, but you get to call your mech back in instantly. No questions asked. It's just a free mech. So ideally you use it for the damage, but on the rare occasion that somebody does kill your mech, it's good to have. And yeah, that's about that. So I'll go over the normal skills. These are the dual pistol skills right here. So your first shot, it inflicts bleeding. Like I said, this is a condition build. You're going to stack those bleeds. Those bleeds are going to tick for a lot of damage relatively quickly. Super good. Fire a volley of darts that poison foes. 5 stacks of poison damage. And the good thing about poison damage is that while your enemy is poisoned, they take 33% less healing. So this is huge. I highly recommend saving this. Don't save it. Use it whenever you want to use it is my first tip. But if you want to be smart about it, save it until your opponent's around half health or whenever you think they're going to heal, and then pop this, and that heal is going to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's still going to do a little bit, but it's going to do 33% less, and it's so good. Over here we got Static Shot. Discharge a lightning shot that bounces between multiple foes, blinding and confusing them. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but it blinds them for 4.5 seconds, which means their next attack is going to miss you, and it confuses them for 5.5 seconds, which means if they use any skills, they're going to take 626 damage just because they wanted to attack you. So super useful, super good, kind of situational, but when you need it, it's super good. It's super good, and it bounces, so it hits more than one opponent. Over here, we've got Blowtorch. This is your big damage skill. Unleash flames from your pistol to burn foes. Deals more damage the closer you are. So this is what you want to open up your rotation with. You want to use this first, because like I said, this one skill here earlier, burning you inflict lasts longer and your critical hits inflict burning. I lied, not that one. There was one, I forget which one it was. Oh, okay. Increase your outgoing condition damage when you inflict burning. There we go. So you want to start with this. You want to go in, hit them with 4, put that burning on. It's going to do a whole lot of damage, and then it's going to make your 1 and 2 do a whole lot more damage too. So the skill is phenomenal. I don't know what else to say about it. It feels a little bit weird because sometimes I feel like it misses when it's not supposed to, or maybe just people like are really good at Conti cleanses. I don't know. But when it hits like a truck, and it's so good to have. And then your last skill here is Glue Shot. Coat the target area with a glue puddle that immobilizes foes on impact, then cripples foes that remain within. So, I think a lot of people underrate this skill. I love this skill, personally. It's got a 900 range, so it's pretty far that you can shoot this. It's a 2-second immobilize, and then minus 50% movement speed after that immobilization. So it's just really good. It's not hard CC, but it's soft CC. It's just really good soft CC. And then the Mech combo I want to talk about is when you use F1, Mech Command Rolling Smash, slam at the target with both cutters, inflicting severe bleeding to enemies in the area. That is the way that you have to control the placement of your mech. So what I typically do is I'll hit F2 to turn on this, like, it gives them like a field around him. You'll see it on the ground. It's this white circle. I pop this, and then I hit F1 right afterwards. So he takes that circle over to the enemy that you want the damage being done to. That also works really well with activating your superconducting signet. So if you pop F2, and then you pop superconducting signet, and then you pop F1, you're going to be putting so much damage from just your mech onto the enemy that it's amazing, honestly. Like, half the time you can just have your mech chase somebody down and you don't even need to fight them yourself with that combo. And then your last mech skill is really good, does a bunch of just burning damage, and yeah, your mech jumps into the air, shoots out a missile at anybody in range, and then they burn. That's how that goes. Alright, equipment. We are using the Carrion Amulet. That gives you 900 power, 900 vitality, and 1200 condition damage. You definitely want this. It's so good. It's kind of like the core item for this, in my opinion. And then we take the Rune of Scavenging. 25 condition damage, 35 vitality, 50 condition damage, 65 vitality, 100 condition damage, 10% poison duration, so that's good for your 2. And then you convert 7% of your vitality into condition damage, which we have 2,600 health. So that's a lot of vitality, and 7% of that's going to condition damage. So that just boosts your condition damage and even more. And as you'll see, with this build, we have 1635 condition damage, which is pretty high in my experience. And then down here, I use dual pistols, as I said, and I like to use the Sigil of Agony, increases inflicted bleeding duration by 25%. Since your basic attack is a bleed, this is just super useful with that. I also use the Sigil of Courage. On hit, gain Might for 10 seconds, because Might increases condition damage, and so it's just nice to have. You can swap this one out for anything you'd like. Like, another good one would be the Sigil of Smoldering. Increases inflicted burning duration by 25%. or the Sigil of Venom increases inflicted poison duration by 25%. I like the Might because it just gives you a little extra damage, but those ones are good also if those are what you're feeling. And yeah, that's the build. That's everything that goes into it. I really enjoy playing it. I hope you give it a try, and I hope you really enjoy playing it. It's a lot of fun. It's really strong, and it's great. It's just so much fun. So what we're going to do now is we're going to queue up, and we're going to see this build in action. We're going to play a couple games, hopefully get a couple wins in, and yeah, let's go. Hopefully we can get a little bit closer to platinum. We're gold right now. We just finished placements, but I do think platinum's within our grasp with this build, if I'm being honest. And we'll see. We'll find out. It'll be fun. Downside is we have to wait 2 minutes for a queue to pop now, so I'm just going to stand here and talk about random stuff, I guess. Try to entertain you in the meantime. If you're watching this on the YouTube video, I'd recommend just skipping forward at this point. Oh, never mind. We got the queue pop. Fantastic. That was a quick one. Well, this would have been a quick one if the last person would accept. Alright, cool. Cool beans. I'm going to vote Skyhammer. I like Skyhammer. Bum ba da dum bum bum. Bum bum ba da bum 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 bum. Alright, cool. We're blue side this game. Come on, people, ready up.
The match starts soon! Hold on to your points, seize theirs.
What are you doing, Mech? Just randomly bolting out there.
You've yielded the pier.
I've got the target.
I feel strong.
How?
Come
The
here.
plaza is yours.
How did that not knock them back? That makes no sense to me. So as you can see in that fight, just there, we did 43,000 damage. So this build, excuse me, it does a little bit of damage. It does a little bit of damage. I don't know why my team wasn't fighting on the point. That's kind of frustrating, but you know, it's whatever.
I am readying my arena. Come, mortals, and contend for my favor.
That guy got up super fast.
I feel strong.
Where is my team at? What are they doing, bro?
Gain my favor.
Barrier up.
You've lost the market.
Smash him.
This is not looking good, guys. This is not looking good at all.
Here.
Come here.
The
Oh,
plaza is
that's a
lost.
hurt. Protect me.
I've got the target.
Nature defends me. Let's patch you up. You see that? Tell me you saw that. I need some help. I'll revive you. The end is near. Reporting for duty.
The plaza is yours.
Fight on the point, guys.
I feel strong.
You've taken the market.
Barrier up. Good luck.
I might have gone a little deep there. I might have gone a little too deep there. That one's on me.
You've lost the market. The red team rises in my estimation.
Strong.
I've got the target.
I am readying my arena. Come, mortals, and contend for my favor. You've taken the market.
Sharp blades, sharp mark.
My leg.
arena awaits. Prove your worth and gain my favor. You've yielded the pier.
I hate Mesmers. I hate Mesmers so much, bro.
Assistance needed.
Man, we got 234,000 damage and only 3 kills. That's upsetting. Bro, don't chase. Take the point. Golly gosh.
The plaza is yours.
I feel strong.
I need healing.
Kill them all.
Seriously. Sharp blades. I'm ready to argue.
I don't know how, but we're managing to come back a little bit. Hopefully we can keep this momentum going and like actually win this game. That'd be real cool. It's not something I necessarily see happening,
You've taken the market.
but it is something that would be real cool.
Back at it. I've got the target.
I'll revive you.
Hope I pull through.
I feel strong.
Not on fire.
Kill barrier up. Good luck. Extra damage. Hold it together.
Thank you.
Alright, cool. We caught up. We passed them.
You've secured the pier.
There's still a chance we got this game. It's almost like fighting on the points works or something.
I've got the target.
I feel strong.
The red team rises in my estimation. The plaza is lost.
I've got the target.
You'll not harm me.
Rocket punch.
You've taken the market. I am readying my arena. Come, mortals, and contend for my favor.
I need healing. Seriously.
Nice.
My arena awaits. Prove your worth and gain my favor. You've secured the pier.
I'll revive you.
The plaza is yours.
Kill them all.
You've taken the market. You've yielded the pier.
Toughen him up. Smash him.
You've lost the market!
These things should come with a warrant.
You've secured the beer!
Quelled. I've got the target.
Let's get
Plaza is
it!
yours!
There's one to remember me by.
Attacking enemy targets. Smash him.
Searing flesh from bone.
Nice and lean.
Sharp blades, sharp
The
mind.
plaza is yours!
I have no idea how I just survived that. I'm just really happy that I did.
Ready for action. Clear the air. We heal as one. I heal. We heal as one.
Seems like they realized I'm the target to focus.
Attain the awesome.
GG!
Your team is victorious!
Highest damage and healing. There we go. How much damage did we do?
You've taken the market!
438,000 damage. As I said, this build can do a little bit of damage. It's not too shabby. It can also bring you back from what looks like a defeat to a pretty serious victory. Well, there you go. That's the show. There's your build guide and an example of what the build can do. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy playing it. If you like this video, please go ahead and like or subscribe or leave a comment down below. And maybe we can have ourselves a little conversation. If you did enjoy this video, I plan on making some more for some other builds and for some other characters. So I hope to see you around again. Have a lovely day, and talk to you later. Bye-bye. That's not what I meant to press.